Good evening. So, I have to introduce myself that I am Hariharan and my qualification is MSc MPhil Mathematics, ME Computer Science, life member in Indian Society for Technical Education, and I am working as a academic advisor in a school, and pleased to meet you all. So, little bit, come forward. May I know your good name, please? Okay, you? Good. Harish. Okay. Mugundan. Oh, fantastic. Good name. Sit down. All my dear students, that I have worked as professor in Chennai, and I have to give a little bit of information about your educational skills. May I know your school name, please? Velamal? Shantiniketan, and then Spice Valley. Okay. Now, straight away that I'll go to the topic, an interesting topic that I am going to take for you. That is coordinate geometry. Which is now ruling the world. This is very, very important. Coordinate geometry is important. So I think they have completed the, so they have completed this. Just close all your book and just listen. It's nothing but a story that I am going to tell you. Almost all your study depends upon the numbers. Am I right? Why do we want to learn numbers? Why do we want to learn numbers? You see, we don't know. As per that, you are being the student in 9th standard, you don't know why we have studied numbers, millions and millions of numbers, and all odd numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers, and everything that you have studied about it. Is it or not? So, and then arithmetical operators. What are all the arithmetical operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Don't think much better. So, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division is called arithmetical operators. There is a name for this arithmetical operator, another name. Though that is very important name is called binary operator. What is that? Binary operator. Why it is called as binary operator? Why this is called as binary operator? Because you see the work of this plus. Why it is called as operator? Because it operates two numbers, 4 plus 5. Immediately what it will do, it will give you 9. Am I right? The work of this plus is it adds two numbers and it gives 9. Am I right? If your brother is asking, why do I want to do this? What the plus is going to do? The mathematics is called, the improvement of mathematics is nothing but the psychological development of the brain. Able to understand? You know multiplication. What is multiplication? Repeated addition is multiplication. Do you know that? Then what is division? Harish, what is division? Repeated subtraction is division. You're able to understand. So, why that we are, and then when you go for competitive examination or when you met with the quiz program or some other thing, you don't know how to calculate very fast because we might have been very poor in multiplication. You must multiply 7 digits by 7 digits, then only you will get the strong idea about that. Okay, now all these are the basic fundamental about numbers. Then why do we want to learn about this coordinate system and what is importance in that number? Why? Why do we want to know about numbers? Why do you want to know about the numbers? Is everyone is very interested to know about what? The distance. What is that? The distance. What is that? Distance. Because the curiosity of a person is to touch the sky. Be able to touch the sky? Could you able to touch the sky? You don't know. And then what that you have to do? You have to jump and you have to touch the sky. And it is not possible. And at last they come to the conclusion, they must know how to measure it. Either that I can do or don't know. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? So, if you know the distance, if you know the measurement of it, you can easily find it out. As that you are being ahead of 10th standard, if you want to become an engineer or whatever it may be, you must have a greatest fundamental in mathematics. The first thing that you want to know about that is, if you talk about a number, it has lot of ones. What is 8? It has 8 ones. If you talk about 8, it tells something about the distance from 0 to 8. Now that as scientists, as some of the person, those who have worked as the scientists, always they think about what is next, how that I want to understand all these things. They able to understand. So no one will sit like you. So because that, if you are taking 3 times food, you don't know about appetite, you don't know about hungry. If you lose 1 or 2 times your food, immediately your brain will tell that I need food. Is it or not? But as far as scientists are concerned, they will always activate the brain to find something better than the past one. The study of coordinate system starts from Descartes. Starts from Descartes. How he made that is important. So, you see, I am putting a dot here. I am putting a dot. I am asking you only one question. Can you tell something about this dot? You cannot do it. You can't talk. You will tell that this is a dot. Because you see, almost all the students that I am from Chennai, and I am seeing you, I am really pity on you that you people are not asking even a single question. You are sitting in Valamal and some other thing. So, the Valamal has started their career from Panchatti, that is near Chennai, and they are having an extremely very big environment developed by the Valamal Muthuramalingam, and I am also one of the scrutinizing member in Valamal. So, you people are not even asking a single question to the teacher, and straight away you are not touching the book, and you are not studying even a single sentence, and you are not able to understand that sentence. You must talk about this dot. Being a 9th standard student, you must tell something about this dot. It is not having any dimension. What do you mean by dimension? What is dimension? What is dimension? Direction is different. What is dimension? What is dimension? What is it? Presence of? Fantastic. About length and breadth. If it is 2-dimensional, length and breadth is called the dimension of 2 dimension. That is 2-dimensional figure. And if it is length, breadth and height, you are talking about 3-dimensional figure. Could you be able to understand? So, before that, when the Descartes was sitting, the scientist was sitting, he just watched the wall. You see, in foreign countries, the wall will be very white. So, a spider, can I have the duster, please? That will go. You see, a spider is sitting here. A spider is sitting here. A spider is sitting here. You want to measure it. How is it possible to measure this? He is sitting on the wall, and he just imagined that he draw a real line. He draw a line, and then he marked that from here 0, and then 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter, a scale. He put a scale. And he was very happy that he catch this spider. Where is it? It has started from 0, and exactly it is in the 3rd centimeter of it. Okay. Because he is very happy that this particular spider moved in this horizontal direction. It comes here. Immediately he is very happy that where it is now? It is in 4th centimeter. When it moves horizontally, he can measure it. Immediately what it does, the spider goes like this. He got a very good doubt how he will measure it. Can I explain it is 4 again and again and again? It is not possible. It is not possible, nobody will accept it. So only one spider, it is moving vertically upwards, and I am having only one measurement scale, isn't it? The 0, and immediately it was a failure method to find a distance of a spider. So he is sitting in the home, and we can take this horizontal line as a real line. I can put on any object, I can tell that it is straight to 3.5 or 3.3. We know the decimal system also. Is it or not? So after 2 to 3 days, he got an idea. Why can't I go for another scaling method? Another scaling method. So he put a vertical line. There it measures, it is also, so you see, for this line, this vertical line, he makes this as a 0. For horizontal, he makes us another 0. What is this? This is called point of intersection. What is it called? This is called as point of intersection. Point of intersection. And he made this as a positive number system at 3 and 4 and 5. Am I right? And he just imagine this as called the negative integer. Okay, they are called negative integers. Same thing. It's happen -1, -2, -3 and so on. Up to infinity it go. So I was very happy that he captured this spider with two measurements. Because it cannot go elsewhere. So he traveled horizontally, and he is exactly in the bottom of the spider. He wants to reach the spider. Immediately he takes the scale this. So nearly he is in 3. This is called the vertical distance, and this is called the horizontal distance. And this spider is exactly in horizontal, that is horizontal distance 3 and vertical distance 3. They able to understand? You see, you can separate this wall. Harish, you can separate this wall, and if any object, if you place there, immediately you can fix where it is. Why do I want to fix this? GPRS is now, it is working in that methodology. Is it or not? They have made the globe flat, and they have segregated it. We are having equator, isn't it? Altitude and longitude and altitude is there. In every point you can measure it. From your location, they have measured. You see, this is a very simple methodology they have applied. Because of this coordinate system, you can find any object if you know how to make this x-axis and then y. So he named this one as x-axis. What is that? X-axis. Why it is called as axis? Why this is called as axis? Because you see, as CBSE student, these are all called the technical term words. Axis. Axis is to hold a circular measurement. Axis is to hold a circular measurement. That is an absolute point there. And he called this one as y-axis. Y-axis. And this positive direction is called as positive x, and this negative is called as x dash. And this positive is called as y, and this negative is called as y dash. They made a graph for you. Every unit, you can keep that one as every unit. You can keep this one as 1 kilometer or 1000 kilometers. Because you see, each and every point you can segregate it. Each and every one you can take that one as 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm, and when it reaches 10 mm, you can tell that it is 1 centimeter. இப்போ புரிஞ்சுதா உங்களுக்கு? அப்படி இல்லைன்னா என்ன நடக்கும் உங்களுக்கு? எந்த ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எந்த இடத்துல இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு போக முடியாது. எங்கே போனாலுமே மெஷர்மெண்ட் இல்லாமல் நீங்கள் அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்டை பற்றி பேச முடியாது. You will never talk about the particular object. If you are in 9th standard And in Velamal, they won't give you some practical problem to solve. There is a practical problem solving methodology is also there in CBSE, but as far as this South Tamil Nadu is concerned, they won't give you that type of problem because they thought that you feel that it is very difficult because the fundamental idea, you don't get that fundamental idea. Now, are you clear about it? You see, when the spider move wherever in this area, I must put a name for this area. Shall I take, you see, I am having 4 areas. Am I right? Okay, 4 areas. I have segregated this board into 4 types. Are you able to understand? So, I name this one as quadrant. How many quadrants are there? 4 quadrants. 4 quadrant. What do you mean by quadrant? I have separated 4 quadrant 1 by 4. Isn't it? That is called as quadrant. So, this is called first quadrant and this is called as second quadrant and this is called as third quadrant and this is called as fourth quadrant. Why do I have taken in anti-clockwise direction? You must ask that question. Why can't I go with clockwise direction? Because the rotation of the earth we have considered within east to west. Do you understand? Right, from that, you see, each and every invention that they made and they have coupled with the nature. That is why they took this one as anti-clockwise direction. So, in this first quadrant, if you have taken this any point here, if you take this point, it has two numbers. 2 numbers. That numbers measures from x-axis and then the vertical distance y-axis. So, the first part talks about x-axis and the second part talks about y-axis. So, this is in general it called as x comma y. Am I right? X is ordinate. Why it is called as coordinate? Any point in coordinate system, it has 2 measurements. 2 measurements. Never ever forget that. This talks about the horizontal distance. This talks about the vertical distance. If you want to reach this, you have to start from 0 and then you have to come down and then you have to go up. This is the way you have to reach that. Why this is called as rectangular coordinate system is any point, if you put that in like this, if you join all the lines, it seems to be a rectangle. That is why it called as rectangular system. Coordinate system is called as rectangular coordinate system. It is one more question. So they made you to put a point and they will talk and any point. This is positive and then this is positive. What about there is a point here? What happens? First is meant for x-axis. So this is minus 2 and then 3. So here we'll have minus and then positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative. Be able to understand? And here one is negative and another one is positive and another one is negative. Could you able to understand? Okay, so here each and every point talks about the coordinate system. Every point talks about the coordinate system. Open your mouth. Tell me that coordinate system. Another name is called for this x-axis is called as abscissa. You heard about it? Abscissa will talk about the x coordinate. And what is the name of this one? Ordinate. What is that? Ordinate. Why are they keep on giving lot of names to that? Why can't they stop from there? Only one name, that is x coordinate and y coordinate. They extend this system to a circular measure. When you go to the higher studies, they will talk about the circular measures. So I think that I have completed this coordinate system within this book. Am I right? So this is the syllabus that you are having in 9th standard. But when you compare to the syllabus in Singapore or some other thing, you have to go for a lot of problems. You have to find, they have used this one to find the distance between the 2 points and to find the solution for the equations, linear equations. That is your next chapter. Am I right? Am I right? So you just go through all this linear, that is coordinate system. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Only 1 minute time for you or 2 minutes that you don't want to read, man. I have given all the technical words. Axis, ordinate, abscissa, horizontal, vertical. Is it or not? So this is the vertical distance. This is vertical and this is horizontal. So you can separate your house. If you go to your house, you can draw a vertical line. And what about these two? They are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. This line is perpendicular to this line and this line is perpendicular to this line. Be able to understand? Exactly it must be 90 degree. Otherwise it is not a coordinate system. You must keep in mind. Right? You can have all the points in the first quadrant. You can have all the points in the second quadrant. You can have all the points in the third quadrant. And you can have all the points in the fourth quadrant. They will ask, what is the sign in the fourth quadrant? They will ask. So, all these are very important in higher studies. Why they have they invented this coordinate system is to find the distance between 2 points. If you roll down anything, you can make a graph. If a car is moving, you can just measure it with speed versus kilometer, and then you can put it in the graph and you can find the velocity and the acceleration. Without knowing this system, the fundamental of this coordinate system, you cannot move in higher studies. Do you understand? So, if you have any doubt, you ask. I shall wait. Since that, if I am making a point here, this is 5, 2. Am I right, Mr. Harish? Is this right? 5, 2. Let me join this. Okay. This is in the shape of a rectangle. So, this is called as a rectangular coordinate system. Rectangular coordinate system. If you can draw so many points. Do you have a graph sheet with you? They didn't give a graph sheet to you. But you have to use that graph sheet. You see, in horizontal it has 17 lines. In vertical it has 17 lines, and in horizontal it will have more than 22 lines. You want to find the center horizontal line and you must draw a straight line. And you must have at 8 or 9 vertical line, you have to put a y-axis, and this is x-axis. You must draw and you have to find it out. And they don't assign the work for you, isn't it? They didn't give. Already they gave that, but still now, how long they took to complete this? In a day or two? எவ்வளோ நாள் எடுத்துக்கிட்டாங்க இதை முடிக்கிறதுக்கு? Only 40 minutes they have taken. So, they have explained like this. So, you see, this is a story, not only the story, greatest invention. ஒரு சயின்டிஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா பார்த்துக்கிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. நீங்கள்லாம் ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒவ்வொரு சயின்டிஸ்ட். டிவி பார்க்குறதோ மற்றது பார்க்குறதோ எல்லாம் பார்க்கணும். ஆனால் எஜுகேஷன் அப்படின்றது வந்து இட் இஸ் தி ஃபண்டமெண்டல். இப்போ உங்கள்கிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய பெரிய ட்ராபேக் சின்ன சின்ன விஷயங்களுக்கு நீங்களாக சிரிச்சுக்கிறது, இதெல்லாம் நான் சென்னையில் பார்த்ததே இல்லை. தே வில் பி வெரி சீரியஸ் இன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், வெரி சீரியஸ் இன் அட்டெண்டிங் த கிளாஸ். தட் இஸ் வை தே கேன் கோ அப் டு ஐஐடி. They will be very serious in education. When they go, they will be very easy to make fun and everything. When they sit in the class, they honor the teacher, because you see, everything comes under your book without explanation. Nobody can explain like this. All the points, everything is there, but you cannot understand. As that you are being a 9th standard student, you must study more than 16 to 17 hours per day. And even in Saturday and Sunday, or you have to go for exercise and you must have a fun with your friends or parents. Now, the people are thinking, your parents are thinking only education is going to help you, but without fundamentals. You cannot be able to answer. So, thanks for answering that what is dimension. Nobody has answered me. So, the dimension, and if you talk about these 2 points, You see these 2 points. If you join these 2 points, you can find the distance. In next syllabus, you will have that, finding the distance between the 2 points. And I don't know whether you have trigonometry or not. I think you don't have it. Linear equations, and then statistics and probability you will have, it seems. And a linear equation, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I need only 30 to 40 minutes to explain what is linear equations. 30 to 40 minutes is enough for me to make you to understand the pakka fundamental about equation. Let me give an introduction for this equation also. What is an equation? You see, take for an example that I am buying, I am purchasing 10 apples for 100 rupees. 10 apples for 100 rupees. What is the cost of one apple? 10 rupees. So it is hidden. Am I right? This is hidden. I have taken. That is 10 rupees. Is it? Is it or not? How will you coin this for mathematics? How will you coin this? This is theoretical question. I bought 10 apples for 100 rupees. What is the cost of one apple? You just give me the answer as 10. You have calculated within your mind. You must make that one as general. How is it possible? An unknown value is there. It is not a quantity. What is the name of that? Unknown value. What is that? Unknown value is there. Let me keep that one as x. What you did? What you did? You just multiplied this with, so 10x will give you 100. Am I right? What is this? Equal to. That is called equal to. If it is 10x, what do you call this? If it is 10, you will tell that number. You called as expression. What type of expression? My algebraic expressions, it needs operators. 10x plus 5, 10x plus 10y. It called as an expression. You see, my dear students, you are forgetting all your fundamental area. You should not forget, because the book that has given to you is only an introduction book. There is lot of book, R.D. Sharma, Goyangar is there, and you have to study from there. You should not forget the fundamental. In your brain, you are having only numbers. If I am asking about composite number, you don't know. If I ask about composite number, you don't know about the composite number. You cannot generalize a prime number. You cannot generalize an odd number. These are all the base that you must have. When they ask the question, immediately you have to shoot out. You have to shoot out. Why this is not called as equation? This is called a monomial expression. Monomial. Am I right? This is called as monomial. Why I am not calling this one as an equation?
Because it does not have an equal to sign.
It does not have an equal to sign. Very good answer. But that answer is not applicable to the definition of equation. It has to be assigned for a value, isn't it or not? So it has to be assigned. How you have to assign? What do you mean by 4 equal to 5? Can I tell that 4 equal to 5? Why? 4 is not equal to 5. 4 is not equal to 5. Then 4x is equal to 5. What happens? You want to find the value of that particular x. Am I right? You want to find the value of that particular x. If you tell that 10x is equal to 100, then you can talk this. You cannot tell this is also an equation. Then 10x minus 100 is equal to 0. Then you can call this one as an equation. What is an equation? You have to solve for that particular x. Is it or not? So, what is linear equation?
The degree of
Degree of?
1.
The degree of what is 1?
Degree of variables.
What type of variable?
With
With single variable. An equation that you are framing with a single variable. That is why it is called as linear equation. Linear equation. An equation has to be solved for what? It has to be solved for x. It has to be solved for x. How will you solve this?
by dividing
Dividing
100 by 10.
100 by 10. So you tell 10x is equal to 100. Then x is equal to 100 by 10. Am I right? Am I right? How is it? For transposition, can I bring this 10? Is it possible? Is it possible? I have to divide 10 both sides. 10x by 10 and 100 by 10. This is the method you must have in your mind. You cannot bring the 10 as it is. This is not any thread that you can pull down that 10 from here, there to here. It is not transposition. Transposition is that if you have any addition symbol or subtraction symbol, then you can transposition that. This is not the method. So you see, you can, then the value of x is equal to 10. After finding the value of x, you have to substitute here, and then you have to find the left hand side is equal to right hand side. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Being a 9th standard student, and let me bring lot of problems in this linear equations. You have to study MTG series book. There are innumerable number of problems, and you must discuss with me all the problems. Okay, I'll bring so many problems in that, and I'll teach you the solution for this linear equations. And you must tune accordingly. Simply that you cannot come and you cannot make fun with you. Please do understand, you are having your own intelligence, you are having your own intelligence, you are having your own intelligence, and he is having his own intelligence. You cannot couple, or you cannot intersect, or you cannot compare your intelligence. If you compare, okay, you will become a joker. அப்படின்னு சிரிக்கிறதெல்லாம் we won't allow. புரிஞ்சுதா நான் சொல்கிறது? எந்த இடத்துல நீங்கள் தோக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா டிஸ்கிரிமினேட்டரி சென்ஸில் தோத்துடுறீங்க. ஒரு பொம்பளை பிள்ளை உட்காந்துருந்தா அவங்க நம்மளை தப்பாக நினச்சிக்குவாங்களோ, உடனே அவங்க நம்ம ஆம்பளை பசங்க உட்காந்துருக்காங்க நம்ம தப்பாக நினச்சிக்குவாங்களோ, there you fail. So the knowledge is depending upon how you are understanding and how you are manipulating those things and how your output is going to be. It depends upon that your intelligence. Do you know, have you played cricket? What is your game? Cricket. You see, I am a university holder in Kabaddi, and I am black belt holder in Karate, Shitoriya style. Okay, I am a divisional basketball player. I am a state football player. And a cricket, I am an opener, Star Wars Cricket Club captain. From 1989 to 1993 in Bodinakanur, we have played in full mat. I am at the age of 54. You cannot imagine that. In 9th standard, I went for open tournament in Kabaddi. By having all these disciples, I have studied because of my teachers. Because of my teacher, because of my physical fitness and the time management, I did everything. They won't give even a single, do you know the weight of the basketball? Do you know the weight of the cricket bat? Do you know the weight of the ball? They taught us. We had practiced in medicine ball, in basketball. That is called medicine ball. It is 3 times weighter than the original ball. For the layup shot, one of the person from military, he came and gave practice for us. We have to go for sit-ups more than 200. Please do understand, my dear lovable boy. Just imagine that a person who is standing before you from Chennai, from IIT, and if I can give you, I can show you the world. I can show you the world. If you are having that much of potential to ask question towards me, you must ask question. Feel free that you are a fool, you are an idiot. You feel that. Then the question will rise. Somebody will come and laugh at you. It doesn't mean that they will demolish your thought process. They will demolish your thought process. You are intellect. You are having enormous brain. Now, don't desperately make that particular brain of comparing with anyone. He may be brilliant in something. ஒரு படத்தை பயங்கரமாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணி விஜய் இப்படி பண்ணுவான் அப்படி பண்ணுவான்றதுல அவன் எக்ஸ்பர்ட்டாக இருப்பான். ஆனால் சென்னையில் ஒரு பையனை கூட அப்படி பார்க்க முடியாது. யூ கான்ட் see. He left the movie when he came out of the theater. He won't discuss even. He knew that it is only an imagination and illusion. Illusion annapa? Illusion. Mayam. Poitotram narth. That is called Mayam abdina delusion narth. Okay, so, and tomorrow, and in due courses, if time permits, I'll come and teach you this linear equations and all the problems I'll bring you. And if you have any doubt, from the fundamental, if you don't know what is fraction, you can ask me. Without fundamental, packing your fundamental, you cannot go. Okay, I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes time. You can ask any question to me. Not looking at the book. You can ask any question to me. Related to your characters and everything. I've already told you, I possessed so many games. I am very good in carom. I am very good in chess. You see, just imagine Bodhi Naikno before 27 years. I studied my MSc here. I completed my MPhil in Manonmaniam. I have completed my ME in Anna University. I have completed my doctorate in Anna University. I missed my son. 10th படிக்கும்போது. That is why I jumped back to my native. I have to do something for you, student community like you. So you don't know what to do. You must know how to manage the time. You must know how to manage the time. Please do understand. My boy, he got 491 out of 500 in 10th standard. He drowned in a swimming pool. He knew 7 languages to read and write. He is in the 13th position in Olympiad. I missed him. So each and every second is important. Go through each and every line and come and ask me. If you are thorough with this 9th standard mathematics, this is not enough. I am having my own book. I will teach from that book. This is not enough. If you sat with me for 1 or 2 months, I can complete 10th standard mathematics within 1 month. I am assuring you. English and mathematics and I think your second language is, third language is Tamil, isn't it? Okay. So you must be good in mathematics. Right? Your good name? Huh? Dushyant. Okay. You can ask any question, Dushyant. Don't compare, Dushyant. You are comparing. Your brain is comparing. You feel that you are little bit lower than others. No. If you come out of that, if you jump out of that, you will be the intellect for you. You have to talk with you and you have to talk with your guru. You must ask lot of questions. You should not sit. Don't compare. Don't go and sit with frustration. You come out. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. That is the drawback within you. You are talented and intellect, but you are very poor in using the time. You are lethargic. And you are comparing that they are little bit lower than me and you are wasting the time. If you found anyone is better than you, you have to run behind it. That is not the point. You must work hard to do a problem within a minute. And you should not propaganda it. It is your intellect. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? தம்பி உங்களை பற்றி சொல்லணும்னாலும் சொல்லுவேன், ஹரிஷை பற்றி சொல்லணும்னாலும் சொல்லுவேன். புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்களா? நீங்கள்லாம் you are at the age of 14. You are at the age of 14. நிறைய படிக்கணும். But I hate this Velamal and traveling here and there, going and sitting, and once again you are talking with others. You are wasting your time. At 8:30 you have to sit. 3:30 you have to come out. You have to play for 1.5 hours and then you have to sit. You have to go to bed at 10:30 and you have to get up at 5 o'clock. sharply. You must know how to manage these two. And thank you for giving this greatest opportunity. Let us meet tomorrow. I think you won't ask any question. Let me stop. ஃபீல் பண்ணக்கூடாது துஷ்யந்த். நீங்கள் ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்க, ஃபீல் பண்ணக்கூடாது. அதை முதல்ல தூக்கி ஓரமாக வச்சுட்டு நம்ம ஜீரோலேருந்து கூட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். நம்மளை பற்றி யோசிக்கணும். எனக்கு என்ன தெரியல, அதை சொல்லித்தரது யார், எனக்கு இது தெரியல, அதை தனியாக தான் வந்து கேட்கணும். இல்லை, பொது இடத்துல என்னை மாதிரி டேக் மீ அஸ் யுவர் ஃபாதர் டேக் மீ அஸ் யுவர் பெஸ்ட் ஃப்ரெண்ட். யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் innumerable number of questions. I am a book you can ask. You can just move all the pages and you can ask questions. Take a particular time, get a counseling, come out, jump out of your comfort zone. Okay, this is the area where that you have to prove. It doesn't mean that you are ahead of 10th standard. You are having a long travel, but you are extremely good in fundamental. A book is enough. Is it or not? Fundamental தெரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா எனக்கு எந்த புக்காக இருந்தானே இல்லையாப்பா, எனக்கு ஃபண்டமெண்டல் தெரியும், தரோவா தெரியும். அதில் என்ஹான்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு போகிறதுக்கு எனக்கு என்னதுக்கு? ஐ நீட் ஒன்லி அ கைட், தட்ஸ் ஆல். எந்த இடத்துல புரியலையோ, ஏன்னா ஃபண்டமெண்டல் தெரியணும். அடுத்து உங்களுக்கு ட்ரிக்னாமெட்ரி இருக்குது, அதுக்கு ஃபண்டமெண்டல் வேணும். அதை I'll teach you. Right? Thank you.